They were the family nobody wanted to be, but somehow, everyone wanted to watch them. For 10 unforgettable years, Al Bundy sat on that couch, hand down his pants, and made America laugh every single week. But that was nearly 30 years ago. Some of these actors went on to conquer Hollywood all over again. Some quietly stepped away, and some faced heartbreak that nobody saw coming. This is Married with Children, then and now. Number 1. Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy. Picture a grumpy shoe salesman, slouched on a worn-out sofa, beer in hand, dreaming about the 4 touchdowns he scored at Polk High. That man was Al Bundy, and the actor behind him was Ed O'Neill. He played the role for all 11 seasons, from 1987 to 1997. He was just 41 years old when the show first aired. Now, in 2026, Ed O'Neill just turned 80 years old, and he is still one of the most beloved men in American television. After Married with Children ended, he went on to play Jay Pritchett on Modern Family, a role that earned him 3 Emmy nominations and 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards. 2 iconic sitcom dads, decades apart. Few actors ever pull that off. Few people know this. Before acting, O'Neill was actually signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1969. He was cut in training camp, competing against rookies Joe Green and L.C. Greenwood, the very men who became the Steel Curtain. He went on to earn a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, something he ranks among his proudest achievements. Al Bundy was a loser on screen. The man behind him? Anything but. Number 2. Katey Sagal as Peggy Bundy. Red hair piled high, skin-tight leopard print, and absolutely no intention of doing the dishes. Peggy Bundy was one of a kind, and so is the woman who played her. Katey Sagal stepped into that role in 1987 and turned a lazy housewife into a comedic icon. She was 33 years old at the start of the show. Now in 2026, Katey is 72, and she has refused to slow down for a single second. After the Bundys, she voiced the fearless Leela on Futurama, then transformed completely, playing Gemma Teller-Morrow in Sons of Anarchy, a fierce, complex biker matriarch who earned her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in Drama in 2011. But then everything changed in a deeply personal way. While filming Married with Children in 1991, Katey became pregnant. The pregnancy was actually written into the storyline. But tragically, she lost a baby, a stillbirth that devastated her privately while she continued working publicly. She married Sons of Anarchy creator Kurt Sutter in 2004. And most recently, she appeared in Netflix's One Piece live-action series in 2026, earning rave reviews all over again. Peggy never lifted a finger. Katey never stopped. Number 3. Christina Applegate as Kelly Bundy. She was the girl every teenage boy had a poster of, and the character every girl secretly laughed at. Kelly Bundy was gloriously, unapologetically dim, and Christina Applegate played her with perfect comedic timing for all 11 seasons. She was just 15 years old when the show first aired in 1987. Now, in 2026, Christina is 54, and her story is one of the most emotional in Hollywood. After Married with Children, she built a remarkable career. Films, Emmy-winning TV roles, and a starring turn in Netflix's Dead to Me. She was at the very top of her game. But then everything changed. In 2021, while still filming Dead to Me, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She finished that season anyway, fighting through every single day. Few people know this. She had already survived breast cancer back in 2008, a double mastectomy, and came back stronger. But MS has been relentless. She now uses a cane. She has described having 30 lesions on her brain. She recently published a deeply honest memoir. And as recently as April 2026, she was hospitalized again. Still, she posted for her fans. "I'm a strong chick," she wrote, "and I'm getting stronger every day." Kelly Bundy made people laugh. Christina Applegate makes people stand up and cheer. Number 4. David Faustino as Bud Bundy. Only 13 years old when the show began, David Faustino literally grew up as Bud Bundy, the lovable, scheming, perpetually unlucky son of Al and Peggy. Now, in 2026. He is 52, living a much quieter life than his famous co-stars. After the show, he kept working steadily. Guest roles. Voice acting. He voiced the fan-favorite Mako on Nickelodeon's The Legend of Korra, work that surprised a lot of people who only knew him as Bud. Few people know this. Bud's rapper alter ego Grandmaster B was actually based on David's real dreams of making it in hip-hop. He co-owned a club on the Sunset Strip in the early 90s. His personal life had its struggles, but today he is a devoted father to his daughter Ava, born in 2015, but never got the girl. But the man behind him found what truly mattered. Number 5. Amanda Bearse as Marcy Rhodes Darcy. Al Bundy sharpest rival. His neighbor, his nemesis, and one of the funniest characters the show ever produced. Amanda Bearse played Marcy across all 259 episodes, battling Al at every turn, perfectly cast as the feminist foil to his Stone Age attitudes. Now, in 2026, Amanda is 67, and she quietly became one of the most respected women in television, not just as an actress, but as a director. While still on the show, she began directing episodes from 1991 onward, directing over 30 episodes of Married with Children Alone, then went on to direct hundreds more across dozens of hit shows. Few people know this. In 1993, while the show was still on air, Amanda became the first regular actress in primetime television history to publicly come out as gay, years before Ellen DeGeneres, a genuinely brave moment that changed Hollywood. She married her partner Carrie Schenken in 2010, and today lives a private, happy life. Marcy fought Al Bundy for 10 years. Amanda Bearse won her own battles on a much bigger stage. Number 6. Ted McGinley as Jefferson Darcy. Handsome, lazy, effortlessly charming. Jefferson Darcy was Al Bundy's best friend and Marcy's second husband, a lovable con man who arrived in season 5 and never left. Ted McGinley joined the cast in 1991 and stayed all the way to the end. He was 32 years old when Jefferson first stumbled through that door. Now, in 2026, Ted is 67, and he is having one of the best moments of his entire career. He currently stars as Derek in Apple TV's hit comedy drama Shrinking, alongside Harrison Ford and Jason Sagal, a show that fans absolutely love. People stop him in Times Square, now shouting Derek. He says he has never experienced anything like it. Few people know this. For years, Ted was jokingly called the patron saint of shark jumping, a nickname given to actors who joined shows in their final years. He embraced it with humor and kept working for 4 more decades. Jefferson Darcy was the guy who lived off his wife. Ted McGinley has been earning it every single day. Number 7. David Garrison as Steve Rhodes. Before Jefferson Darcy ever knocked on Marcy's door, there was Steve Rhodes, the buttoned-up banker next door, polite, preoccupé, and completely out of his depth living next to the Bundys. David Garrison played Steve for the first 4 seasons, from 1987 to 1990, and then he did something almost unheard of in Hollywood. He walked away from a hit show on purpose. Now, in 2026, David is 73, and he made exactly the right call. He missed the theater. He was commuting from New York to Los Angeles every week, and Broadway was calling his name. So he left on good terms and went back to the stage he loved. Few people know this. He was nominated for a Tony Award back in 1980, long before the Bundys ever existed, and he went on to star in the Broadway production of Wicked, playing the Wizard. He guest starred. He directed opera. He lived life entirely on his own terms. Steve Rhodes left to find himself. Turns out David Garrison already knew exactly who he was. Number 8. Harold Sylvester as Griff. When Al Bundy needed a partner in crime at the shoe store, Griff showed up, steady, loyal, and just as defeated by life as Al was. It was a perfect match. Harold Sylvester joined Married with Children in season 9 and stayed through to the very end. He appeared in over 40 episodes across the final 3 seasons, a fan favorite who deserved far more credit than he ever received. Now, in 2026, Harold is 77, and his story away from the sitcom is genuinely impressive. Before Griff, he was already a seasoned actor, appearing in films like An Officer and a Gentleman and Inner Space. But what most people never knew is that Harold turned down a scholarship to Harvard, choosing instead to play basketball at Tulane University on an athletic scholarship. He was the very first African-American athlete to receive one there. He later became a writer and producer, winning an Emmy Award for a documentary he produced about basketball on the streets of New York. Griff was a quiet supporting player. Harold Sylvester was anything but. Number 9. Shane Sweet as Seven. If you watched Married with Children in the early 90s, you remember Seven, the little boy who just appeared in the Bundy house one day, left behind by his parents, and immediately divided the entire fan base. Shane Sweet was only 6 years old when he first played the role in 1992. A sweet kid dropped into a fully established comedy machine. Now, in 2026, Shane is 40, and his story is one of the most unusual on this list. The character was quietly written out mid-season, without any real explanation, and that abrupt exit could have crushed a child. But Shane kept going. Few people know this. He actually voiced him Drake, also known as Robin, in the beloved DC animated universe. A cool footnote, most fans never connect back to the Bundy house. He also became a musician, touring with bands he formed himself, working behind the scenes in film and television sound, quietly building a life away from the spotlight. Seven disappeared without a word. Shane Sweet just kept moving forward. Number 10. E. Bell as Bob Rooney. Every great sitcom has that one friend, the one who shows up, eats your food, laughs too loud, and somehow always fits right in. From Married with Children, that was Bob Rooney, Al Bundy's loud and lovable buddy, treasurer of N.O. Ma'am, and a man always called by his full name, even by his wife. E. Bell played Bob Rooney from season 8 through to the very end, appearing in over 20 episodes. Born on December 27, 1955, he was already a seasoned character actor before he ever set foot in the Bundy living room. Now, in 2026, E is 70, and he has lived the long, satisfying life of a true working actor. Few people know this. Long before Bob Rooney existed, Bell appeared in a TV series called Herndon in the early 80s, co-starring none other than Ted McGinley, a full decade before they shared the MWC screen together. He also plays tenor banjo and fronts a band called the Hooligans. Bob Rooney always showed up, so did the man behind him. Number 11. Dan Tullis Jr. as Ike. Every time Al Bundy got into trouble in Chicago, there was Officer Dan, badge on, patience thin, showing up at the Bundy door like clockwork. Dan Tullis Jr. played the recurring Officer Dan across multiple seasons. A familiar face, a deep voice, and a physical presence you simply could not ignore. Now, in 2026, Dan is 74, and he has lived the full and varied life of a true journeyman performer. Before the Bundys, he starred alongside Nick Nolte in the 1987 film Extreme Prejudice. He played Joe in the iconic musical Showboat in over 18 productions worldwide, from Long Island to Europe to Australia. That baritone voice carrying across every stage. Few people know this. Dan appeared on Family Feud with his family back in 1976, and 9 years later, won over $15,000 on the game show Tic-Tac-Toe, long before he ever wore a badge on primetime television. Today he works as a voice spokesman for SelectQuote Insurance. Still that same unmistakable voice. Still showing up. Still delivering. Number 12. Sam Kinison as AL's guardian angel. He was only in one episode, but nobody who watched it ever forgot him. Sam Kinison, the screaming, larger-than-life stand-up comedian who played Al Bundy's guardian angel in the 1989 Christmas special. A man who bellowed his way through every joke and brought the house down doing it. At the time, Sam was one of the hottest comedians in America, a former Pentecostal preacher turned wild stage performer. His screaming routines were unlike anything audiences had ever seen. Few people know this. Sam was actually the original choice to play Al Bundy before the show was cast. His manager turned it down, convinced Sam was destined for bigger things in Hollywood. And then, on April 10th, 1992, just 6 days after marrying the love of his life in Las Vegas, Sam was killed in a head-on car crash in the California desert. He was only 38 years old. His last words, according to those who were there, were simply, "I don't want to die." He left far too soon. But that one glorious episode lives on forever. That was the world of Married with Children. Then and now, some of them thrived. Some of them struggled. And some of them left us far too soon. But every single one of them gave us something real. Something that made us laugh. And something we still carry with us today. Time moves fast, but great television, and the people who made it, never really leave us. If these memories meant something to you, if this show was part of your life, hit that subscribe button right now, because more videos just like this one are coming, and you do not want to miss them.